What's going on, guys? I'm bringing you the Nissan 240SX drift built in Forza Motorsport 5. Now, I know this car or this game has been out for ages now, or well, since November, and this is one car that should have been out a long time ago, but the reason why I didn't do that was because I wanted to make sure I get this car perfectly tuned, in my opinion. And obviously in November when this game first came out, there was no way I would have came out with a really good tune for this car. So I wanted to work my feet into the game before I launched such a popular drift car like this one. But anyways, you guys are looking at the war looking 240SX known as the Volklinger. Now, I don't know if you guys heard of the creator who made this car, but his name, now I may say it wrong. Excuse me on that, but his name is Satomi San, and he's from Tokyo, Japan, or from Japan somewhere, and he's the creator of the Volklinger 240SX / S14, because his main model is the S14 Sylvia, and it looks like a post-apocalyptic car. It's crazy. People, like, there's been rumors where it would be amazing if they made a Mad Max of drifting. This could be the perfect Mad Max drift car. If you see the car in real life, I'll leave the link to his site down below. If you see the car, you'll be like, oh my god, like the thing looks really nice, and it would just fit perfect in a Mad Max film, but more based on drifting and stuff. That would be amazing. But let's get into the tune now. I want you guys, though, to check out that guy because his car looks amazing and it looks sick. So that's what I built here. But I have a 5.7 liter V8 engine in it, and that is because it has a good front percentage of 53%, which at first, like, I didn't really want it at 53%, but with upgrades, I was able to get it to 54% with a 6-liter displacement, giving the car great balance. So when I'm drifting through the corners and going through transitions, this car had lots of balance, which is what I want. Now, I added a supercharger instead of a standard turbocharger because a lot of you guys may know of turbo lag, and that's when you get to a certain speed and you just start, like, you just gain a ridiculous amount of speed, and it kind of just, it happens a lot on dirt bikes or street bikes. They go through this turbo lag and they gain an incredible amount of speed, but it's just kind of uncontrollable, right? You can easily lose control when you're going through that sequence, and that's something that you don't want to happen when you're drifting. That's because you want to keep good balance and you want to have your car in control, and you don't want to take that risk. I mean, you're not going to always spin out when you go through a turbo lag, but just to be really careful and to drift smoothly, it's best to actually watch out when you're adding turbochargers. Even a single turbocharger reduces the amount of turbo lag. But in this case, I used a positive displacement supercharger, which really helps. And I actually kind of got that idea from Dis, which I don't know if you guys know of that drift team, but I watched one of their videos that Mr. Aero HD was sharing with everyone. And you know what? It's a good idea, you know, like, it makes sense. And I'm gonna try and play around with that. I didn't copy everything from the tune. Actually, the tune itself is all mine. I just put the supercharger in. So that was kind of the idea I got from them, was instead of using a traditional turbocharger, I put a supercharger in. Everything else, though, except for maybe a few minor things like part upgrades that I chose, were all my choice. But let's move on. So you guys just saw me right there. I just spun my tires, you know, got them heated up, and I did that because, as you can see in that turn right there, I just brake drift, and it adds so much grip, like a significant amount of grip when you do that. So if you're going to be in a drift lobby online or something, I do recommend you guys at least warming up your tires, not for too long, but just enough to get your tires heated up. It adds the pressure, which adds more grip, especially when you're using drag tires, and that's what I'm using here. So it turned out really good. Now, I know we kind of passed this part, but on the upgrade section, there was an oil and cooling, right? And I didn't upgrade that. That's your choice. It adds power and PP to your car, but if you're not really doing a simulation, it's not going to affect your car. If you're in simulation, then yeah, your engine may overheat. So I would definitely put one in, but you don't need to. In my case, I didn't want to. Overall, I hope you guys enjoy this tune. Please, it took me a long time to build, so give this video a like. I would really appreciate it. Comment what you think and subscribe. Thanks, guys. See ya.